In this video, I'll be revealing 11 traits of the Alpha Centaurian Starseeds so that you can find out if you're one of them. I'm Hayden Crawford and I'm a wellness coach and spiritual teacher specialising in colour therapy. So Alpha Centauri is the nearest star system to the Sun. It's located around about 4.37 light years from Earth and is the brightest star in the Alpha Centaurus constellation, and it's also the third brightest star in our heavens. There are 3 stars in the Alpha Centauri system. The main two are Alpha Centauri A and Alpha Centauri B, which form a binary pair. And the third is Proxima Centauri. Proxima Centauri B is an exoplanet orbiting in the habitable zone of the red dwarf star Proxima Centauri. Now, astronomers believe that there's a reasonable chance of there being an Earth-like planet existing within the habitable zone of this 3-star system. The Alpha Centaurians only permanently occupy one of these planets at present. There is no need for them to spread out into others because there's more than enough room on the largest one for all of their inhabitants. The landscape of this planet is very different to what we experience on Earth. There are rolling hills, but no mountains. There's no grass and the trees are smaller. Plus, the soil composition is a lot lighter, so it's not as dense as it is here. The sky is very different too. It's not as bright as it is here, and the colours change during the course of the day, and they go from sort of violet pinkish orange during the daytime. Then at sunrise they change more into orange and pink, and then at sunset they go into a rich deep magenta-ish violet. The celestial Alpha Centaurian race is very simple and honest. They're introspective, harmonious and moralistic. They are on a strict path of ascension and aim to help others to do the same thing, so they want to get them to follow the same path into source consciousness. Physically, they have very similar characteristics to us, with quite pale skin and medium-sized, very sensitive, turquoisey green eyes. They have got long limbs, they're quite tall, and their hands and feet are quite large as well. They require less food and more liquids in their diet, and they have a much lighter vibration about them. So what are the 11 main traits of the Alpha Centaurian Starseeds? Well, number 1 is that you will be an inquisitive wisdom seeker. So like many Starseed volunteers, you will have chosen to incarnate with amnesia. So it becomes a main purpose for you on this timeline to reawaken and become enlightened. You'll have a thirst for knowledge, and it'll become exceptionally important for you to be able to fully recalibrate your memories so that you can understand your soul origin. Number 2 is that you are reclusive and socially anxious. Now, it's highly likely that you will isolate yourself from the rest of the world because you get waves of social anxiety, because you're suspicious of everyone. You're far better suited being at home away from large crowds of people and reading a good book. And that becomes a main theme of your life, is to enhance your mind, body and spirit so that you can evolve your soul. Number 3 is that you're a complicated doubting Thomas. Now, another common trait for the Alpha Centaurian Starseeds is that they suffer from low self-esteem, self-doubt, and don't believe that there's anything special about themselves. They feel that they're just an ordinary person leading a very mediocre life. And actually, this is what makes you quite complicated. Whilst you don't want to see anything special about yourself, you also actively seek it out too. Number 4 is that you are superficial and judgmental. Your humble nature will be very endearing to other people until they realise how critical and judgmental that you can be, and then they'll literally turn around and head for the hills. They may find it quite difficult to read you because you put on a bit of an act, and this is for self-preservation, but they'll find it very difficult actually getting to know your true colours, and that's something that you really don't want them to see. Number 5 is that you are intelligent and independent. Now, you are one of the clever people in this world. You've got a naturally inquisitive mind and you retain information exceptionally well. However, If anyone tries to be critical or judgmental about the way you do something, you take it really personally because you feel like it's a deliberate attack, as if they're saying that you can't do it, and that really gets you back up. You're not somebody really who would make a great leader of an organisation. You're much better off being a PA, and that's because you don't like being in the limelight. Number 6 is that you detest criticism. You have the ability to fit in socially, but you just choose not to because you're very strong-willed and determined, and you've got very fixed opinions on just about everything, but you absolutely hate being criticised. Even if someone is trying to praise you, you'll see that as a reason that they're trying to criticise you in a certain way. Number 7 is order out of chaos. Now, Alpha Centaurian Starseeds do not operate like any other people. They have their own quirky methods of being able to keep themselves under some form of organisation, and this will mean that they like to be surrounded by lots of clutter and chaos because that will remind them of where they've put things. Number 8 is that you're defensive and complicated. So an Alpha Centaurian Starseed will have many facets to their personality, and other people will find them extremely confusing to be around. One minute you are absolutely in love with someone, and the next minute you detest them. So you blow hot and cold, and for anyone who's around that, they're just not going to know what direction to look in. Okay, so the main reason for this almost bipolar type split in your personality is that your planet was actually hijacked by lower vibration entities that enslaved you. So now you find it very difficult to trust anybody. However, this doesn't stop you from trying to forge friendships as you move through your life. Number 9 is that you are jealous, competitive and spiteful. I know it sounds diabolical, but you are very competitive, and when someone or something intimidates you, you might deliberately look at ways in which you can put them down to make yourself feel better. You can become a bit of an envious backstabber, and this won't make you very popular. Number 10 is that you are quietly confident and aloof. Now, you tend to take a bit of a back seat at social events, but anyone who starts talking about themselves and bigs themselves up, you will find ways in which you can bring them down a peg or two because you know that you could step up and be that person in the limelight, but you lack a bit of confidence, so you choose not that. Now, also, you tend to keep all of your ideas to yourself, so other people can misread that as you being really aloof, when actually you're not. You're just a little bit underconfident. And finally, number 11 is that you are stylish and athletic. You naturally gravitate towards any form of casual clothing, and you love playing sports, but you have to participate. You don't like being a voyeur on the sidelines and just watching it. Oh no. You see, you know that you are an above average human being, but you would never, ever boast about it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that this week. Please leave a few comments below to let me know if you feel that you are an Alpha Centaurian Starseed or not, whatever the case may be. Then I'd like you to please subscribe to this channel and click the bell for future notifications, and then watch my next video. I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.